Hi, my name is Kees and I help people from doing to being. And today I'm here with you with a new video, a little bit about the process from doing to being actually. So the teaching of being is one of the most simplest teachings you can ever get. It's let go of everything you want to control, you want to need, you want to do, and just be. It's actually that simple. And everything that you are when you're in that state of letting go or relaxation is already good enough, is already okay, is just fine, just as it is right now. It is what it is. And by letting go, what actually lets go is the ego, is the need for control, is the need for stabilization, is the need for a certain outcome, is the need for a certain process or a certain healing. It's just not adding on to anything that is already. It's not holding on to it. It's not doing anything. It's just being here. And there's an immense freedom in just being. But there's also an immense resistance coming up from the ego or from the doing or from the space that we've been taught, the thing that we are. We've been taught this model of control, of basically ego-based learning. We've learned in an ego way. We've learned first of all that we are a person, not that there's a body, there's thoughts, that there's feelings, and that there's spirit. No, we've been taught that there is someone there. There's someone who is responsible, who is identified, who could be a naughty boy or girl, or that has some sort of problem. Someone that has a problem, and that life is a problem in itself to try to, for that someone to solve and try to optimize and try to survive. And this is all just not true. There's just one being. We can call it God, we can call it energy, we can call it NonDuality, we can call it all we want. But there's just this being. But in this process of recognizing this in ourselves, that we are actually already free and that there's nothing that we need to do, it's terrifying. It can be really, really terrifying in a way where you recognize the pain you've caused for yourself, and you can step into that trap again and again until you're ready to be free of that trap. But the trap is to want to change it, to want to make it different, to want to do something with that. And that is a huge trap that lots of people fall into. And it's a very painful trap, especially if you've been free for a while, whether that's a day, a moment, a week, or a year, where you're just cruising, you just okay, you let go of the expectations, you just do whatever comes up. To clarify, if you want a cup of tea, you go make it. Without thinking about it, without over planning or overthinking, communicating, etc. We're just being, and that freedom is then found, but it can be lost. And the way it's usually lost is that there's some sort of expectation or there's some sort of limitation that we find in our ego self that's actually blocking us or getting us back to this idea of there's this person that is responsible or that needs to improve. I think that has been my trap a lot of the times that I've thought about. Okay, because my last, let's say, 5 years, I'm getting more and more deeper into this, in this from doing to being. But before that, I was very much into self-improvement. So my trap can be sometimes the self-improvement trap, where I tend to go back to this idea of I need to, do something with my life or improve something in my life or something like that. So I think this is that's an ongoing process, and it's a process where, in some way, we can remove lots of our ego triggers, but then still be caught in a sort of ego reality. So it's not a sort of linear process. We can be free instantly and be free forever because there's nothing holding us back. But for most people, it's not that simple because the ego has been trained and the ego has been, we've invested so much, and we've insisted so much on certain things to be in a certain way, that to let go of that is just it's a terrifying process, and it's a sort of disidentification that needs to happen with this made up person. So my main message is also to be vulnerable and say, okay, this is a process where I've had a spiritual awakening 5.5 years ago, where I think, especially on an experiential level, understood this, but also after that on a sort of cognitive level really understood this. But then I went back again into the ego or certain limitations or certain ideas. So it's not that easy, and it is, or it can be, definitely a big struggle. So yeah, with that I want to end the video and know that I'm here to support you and help you. So if you're going through a difficult time, just let me know in the comments, or send me a message, or send me an email. I would love to evolve together and see where we can get. So thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your day. Bye.